I remember when I was planning an end-of-year social gathering with my community, and we were considering using this chapel in the local cemetery as the venue. However, there was a lot of uncertainty and resistance from some members of the community who didn't feel comfortable using a space used for religious and spiritual activities for a secular event. But after some discussion and compromise, we reached a solution. We decided to drop the word chapel and instead consider it as a community facility open to everyone. Our local government, recognising the value of community engagement, committed to removing the fee for not-for-profit groups like ours to use the space. And with their support, the event was a huge success and brought our community together in a new and meaningful way. It also provided an opportunity for guests to visit the cemetery for the first time and to learn about options available for end-of-life planning decisions. The experience is an example of how a community can come together and collaborate with local government to make a shared space more inclusive, and how it can be a good model for other communities facing similar challenges. It needs to be clarified if the chapel in Kalangor Lawn Cemetery is consecrated and is blessed by a religious leader. Using an unconsecrated chapel could be problematic for some religious groups. However, it's important to note that other ways exist to show space as sacred. Firstly, it's important to consider the purpose of a chapel in a public place. Suppose the chapel is intended for use by a diverse community. In that case, it may be appropriate to leave the decision of consecration to the religious leaders and community members who will be using the chapel. A chapel can be considered sacred by promoting inclusivity, acceptance and respect for different religious and secular beliefs. And local government can create an inclusive chapel and welcoming space in a few different ways, such as using inclusive language and imagery representing different cultures, religions and beliefs, instead of just one dominant faith or culture. Providing various activities and services that cater to different beliefs and cultures, such as interfaith services, meditation sessions and cultural events. Actively promoting understanding and acceptance. Encouraging participation, cooperation and collaboration from members of different communities and cultures to create an inclusive shared space for all. Leadership that is representative, willing and committed and sensitive to the community's diversity is critical to creating inclusive space. Local government and leadership can play a significant role in creating inclusive chapels and providing funding and resources, encouraging collaboration, promoting understanding and respect, and setting policies and guidelines to ensure that chapels are accessible and welcoming to all community members. Achieving a unified civic culture requires accessible infrastructure inclusive of cultures and beliefs. By working together, local government and community leaders can create genuinely inclusive public chapels that serves the needs of all community members, and I have applied several social theories to the subject of creating a sacred space in multicultural and interfaith communities: symbolic interactionism, critical theory, structural functionalism, post-colonial theory and feminist theory. And you can find more information in the description of this video.